Grand Rising. How's everybody doing today? Hope y'all good. This has been in my spirit to say, so I'm gonna put it out there. So it was inspired yesterday. There are a few people that I follow intently on social media where I want to hear what they have to teach, what they have to say, what's going on in their mind, what their perspective is, just because, it's refreshing to see other people's perspectives. Well, one of them got in trouble yesterday because basically he said, this is what should be done. And he made a list of things that you should be doing in preparation for Ascension, Lionsgate, DNA activation, all of this stuff that spiritual people are coming to believe to be happening. And it was his own personal list. And number one rule was don't be weird, which, it's objective because, it's subjective because weird can mean a good thing to some people and weird can mean a bad thing to some people. Number 4 was don't eat meat. And that was what he got in trouble for, was people basically saying, how you gonna tell me da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da? And he was like, meat is a low vibration. And I was like, you know what he fucked up at? Trying to give other people rules. It's a matter of the spiritual path is very, to me, in my opinion, it's very customized to fit each particular person. And just like no two fingerprints are alike, no two snowflakes are alike, no two spiritual paths are going to be alike. They're not going to fit the same way. So I think that it would have been better for him to tell people what worked for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you guys, this worked for me. And before I started doing these things, I was this way. And then after I did these things, I was this way. So I feel like that would have been better than to say, do this, don't do this. So the moral of the video is find out what works for you. No good spiritual teacher is going to tell you what to do. I'm just saying, in all of this, we're all just trying to figure out what works for us. What concepts are ours? What concepts fit? Do they feel right to us? I call it keys on the piano. So the reason I call it keys on the piano is I look at it like this. If you were playing a melody, if your life was a melody, a beautiful, harmonious orchestra harmony, and you're playing the piano, and your notes are fitting in with this beautiful orchestra of life, right? And you hit a wrong note. It sounds like a wrong note. That, you hit that note, and it don't sound right. When you receive information that doesn't sound right to you, it hits a wrong note. It hits that, you be like, and it triggers you because it doesn't sound right to you. You know what that means? That's not for you. That information is not for you. Chew the fish, spit out the bones. Take what you need and discard what you don't. The best thing that you can do is trust yourself. Trust, okay, I tried this. We all kind of fiddle-faddle around. That's my word, y'all, fiddle-faddle. Fiddle-faddle around with trying different things just to see how we like them. Some people get heavy into meditation. Some people get heavy into chanting and affirmations. And some people get heavy into physics and numerology and astrology and, astronomy and all these different aspects of spirituality. Your purpose is to find out what's meant for you. You know what I'm saying? So give myself as an example. I consider myself a gun beggar. I like a little bit of this, a dash of this, a pinch of that, a salt of that. I will study anything and everything and take out the parts that I need. I go into Taoism, Buddhism, astrology, Hinduism, Islam, Christianity. I go everywhere, baby. I go everywhere. All over the planet. I let the nature speak to me, the elements speak to me. I learn from everywhere. I am a sponge, a living vessel of knowledge of all different categories and walks of life, and that's just what I like. It made me feel good, but that ain't gonna be for everybody, you know what I'm saying? So, and I understand that. So I think that the best advice would be to find out what works for you. I know people that have took other avenues, self-care and self-love brought them to a point where they had a bond with creator and creation through their own self-awareness. I know people who have found music frequencies, and that was their portal for entering source and becoming one with the universe, was through these musical frequencies and vibrations that they attached their own spirit to. There's not a way of doing it. And you know what else? I would advise, ask questions to the universe. When you don't understand something, ask a question. But some questions will be answered and some questions won't. Over time, I used to ask questions like years ago. I'll say, I'm going to go back to the beginning. 25 years ago, I asked questions. Some questions, it took a longer time to be answered than others. Some questions are still up in the air. But lately, when I ask a question, I get almost an immediate answer. But because of my connection with, I know what I'm talking to. You know what I'm saying? I was reading this book, and it's called, I don't even know the name of it, y'all. I think it's called The 64 Keys of Enoch, or just The Keys of Enoch. I'm not even sure. But it was written in 1973 by J.J. Hurtak. I can give you the author's name. Written in 1973 by J.J. Hurtak. So basically what it was Enoch and Metatron appeared to him and gave him these 64 keys of basically instructions to live. And it's kind of like, if you want to say the Bible number 2, I think it would be the Bible number 2. But there are certain instructions. And this is the crazy part. I read this book like 20 years ago and did not understand it. Like the thing read like stereo instructions. And I was like, what? Because the language was different. What I realized is light language is different. When you start talking about energy and vibration and stuff like that, if you don't know what these things mean, well, if you read a book that talks about energy and vibration and astrophysiological particles and biochemical spectrums, and you don't know it, the book was very scientific. It had a mix of spirituality, science, physics, and religion all mixed together, and I didn't understand the book. Then I read it again when I turned 30. I still didn't understand the book. But I started reading it again. And through the knowledge of what I've learned in the past 20 years, I can understand the book. I can understand like what they're talking about. But I have questions, because one of the instructions said, forget about self. Forget about self and focus on expanding and helping creation. And I was just like, how can you forget about self when self is part of creation? Like, it's like it was like almost insinuating that the self is separate from the creation and the creator. So I was like, I asked creation this morning in my morning meditation, my sunrise meditation. I asked creation, And that's when I got that answer, like self is creation. That, you don't necessarily forget about self. You just remember your purpose. And if you're following your purpose, it puts you on a different vibrational frequency anyway, because you wake up every morning grateful to help, grateful to be contributing to the evolution and the expansion of creation. But some people don't find their purpose because they don't understand that they're here to find their purpose, and once they find it, they're here to give it away. And that's okay. And some people reach those levels of enlightenment through finding their purpose, and that's okay too. But I don't think that in this point in time in life and space, what I have realized more than anything else is there is no such thing as a soul not evolving and somebody getting left behind. Eventually, we're going to all realize that we are all one people, and there's really no separation. It's just an illusion created by skin. And we're brothers and sisters, all of us, no matter what color, no matter what race, no matter what religion, no matter what, we're all human race. And that human race, there's a larger collective out there outside of this planet and this atmosphere that we are a part of as well, and one day we'll all realize this. That's why people who have woken up are leaving breadcrumbs for people that haven't woke up yet, hence these videos. That's what we're here for. We're here to help each other. So with that being said, I just want to encourage each and every one of you, don't think that the way you're doing it is wrong. If that's what's working for you and that's what you feel in your heart is right for you, don't let nobody tell you shit. All right, we all are on a spiritual journey, whether we even realize it or not. And guess what? If you reach out to the universe and want to learn and want to grow and want to get better, the universe will reach back out to you and give you the tools that you need to grow and excel and evolve and elevate. So don't worry. And if you ain't got it yet, you'll get it. Just keep trusting the universe. So with that being said, I'm about to go to work, y'all. I love y'all. I love all my brothers and sisters, and I'll holler at you guys later.